And it was really
Better,
convincing that he actually had a crush on a girl too. So
better
convincing.
than that. Better than that Capital One commercial I saw him do the other day, where he's like Santa Claus, but he's doing his Saturday Night Fever shtick. Like, dude, and he does not look good bald. Some people look good bald. John Travolta is not one of them. He should
No,
put a wig on that or something. No offense to bald people, but
someone put a sort of
he's
someone sort of put a cover on it, but like his parents.
he's appropriating bald culture.
He is. And what's going on, everybody? Is on my TV.
Now you go live.
I've been live
Wow.
for the past 42 seconds.
Son of a gun. Geeky, you're supposed to warn me about these things.
I found out just as soon as you did. I looked up inside that it said live, and I'm like, holy cow. Let's hope he pushed that button after I said what I just said. People think that I'm, sounding like you.
Oh, nobody can sound like me. I'm the often imitated but never quite duplicated. Thank goodness.
All right. What's going on, everybody? It's our special Thanksgiving episode. Well, I guess not really. I guess
Thanksgiving
tomorrow.
Eve.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving Eve.
Because
Well, it depends on
we're
where you
both
are in
busy.
the world.
Because we're busy.
That's true,
families tomorrow,
too.
We're going to be.
If you're in Asia, it's already Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, Joe's celebrating Thanksgiving by being on a
I
plane.
was going to say, like, the other countries celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, Canada has Box Day, but that's a totally different month.
I mean, the American embassies in other countries would, if nothing else. I mean,
Sure.
I know I was in Singapore for 4th of July. They put on a big 4th of July deal. So,
Depending where you are, some of those bases, that 4th of July is every day. People trying to attack you with missiles.
well, that's true.
No, that's more
Singapore
than
is not one of those hostile countries, though.
That was Baghdad and Syria, over in Syria over there. My brother.
Well, it depends on whether if you throw gum on the ground and then they do get
That's
a little
true.
hostile.
They do get very hostile. They'll cane you, though. They won't blow
Yeah.
you up. They'll just cane you.
But speaking of blowing up, thoughts and prayers to anybody who might have been injured in today's attack on the border. Crazy.
No, it's just that one guy, but he's okay.
I was about to say, I saw the headline, but I didn't see a casualty count or anything.
No.
I just assumed everybody lived.
Still waiting for details to come in, but an IED bomb, Niagara Falls, right on the border.
No, they found it from the last I heard. They said they heard it was always on this side of the border, and
Yeah.
they said the car was stolen, but they don't know what was in it because there's
Well,
nothing left in the car.
It's just Canada. It's Canada trying to make us look not appealing because they're tired of their citizens trying to cross over and get here.
Speculation. Well, what's going on? Tomorrow's Macy Thanksgiving Parade. I mean, it's a reason why I don't go to parades or giant sporting events. I've seen the movies. I've seen The Fan. I've seen all this smoke ears. I'm. Where's a group of people? That's where you don't want to be.
I mean,
you aren't Montana.
You aren't going to go see the new Taylor. You aren't going to go to the next Taylor Swift concert in your area.
No. Yeah, like I said,
he's going to shake off that invitation.
I'm going to survive that invitation.
No, I was making a joke with a Taylor Swift song title.
Yeah,
you don't have to make a joke with the Taylor Swift song at all because it's a cult, bro.
I've heard. The lady that I'm seeing is a big Taylor Swift fan, so I've been subjected to more of her songs in the past week than probably the last 5 years of my life.
Hey, but you know what? All kidding aside, good for her, man.
Good for her. Hey,
she writes her own songs, and she became one of the richest musicians there is.
More power to you.
She makes more money than you and I, all three of us, will ever in our lifetime combined. So.
At least she's a legitimate musician. Unlike some of these people, they just use an auto-tune program.
Beyonce.
I mean,
I had a cookie caught in my throat.
She's living proof that money can't buy you love. She's on what boyfriend number?
Travis Kelce's got to be like at least number 5 that I know of. I don't keep track of all of her.
I think he's wearing his jersey number as the number of boyfriends she's been on.
To the two of the people watching, other than me on my phone, welcome. We are going to be talking about those comic books that come out today. It's actually kind of cool to do this on a new comic book day.
That's right. Is that an actual NCBD edition?
We can actually say happy new comic book day.
And today is new comic book day from the stores to some sort of thing where they put out these books where they can give us people a reason to charge a whole bunch of money for new comics, for special comics.
All right. So I'm gonna quickly go through my 10 books I have here. Read through them all today. All right. Starting with my number 10. Expanse Dragon Tooth. Andy Diggle's writing this. It's the continuing it basically be the next season of the Expanse TV show. I'm really liking it. It's halfway through. It's supposed to be like right now. It's at 7. I think it's 7 to 12. Yeah, 7 to 12. Been enjoying the art here. It's pretty decent art. I mean, it actually looks like the characters. That's usually a good thing when you actually have something about TV series. And it's pretty much like the show. The show can be very dry at moments, but you get people walking in the traffic, explosions. There's a lot of unrest in space where there's people setting traps for others. A lot of spy, a lot of thriller stuff. Yeah, man, it's like I said, I've been enjoying this. If you haven't checked out The Expanse, you can do so, or if you have Amazon Prime, go watch it right there. Go watch the seasons. This takes place right after that, so it's pretty cool. It also is my first Andy Diggle story I've ever read. I've never read anything that he's done before. I know he's done some Green Arrow, but just never got around to it. I imagine most of his stuff is probably early 2000s. All right, so that is my number 10. My number 9 for this week, and these are not like in like I wouldn't say because they're least to like the best. I still like the bottom books. Because if I don't like it, I'll tell you like this book sucks.
He will do that, folks.
My number 9 for this week.
Number 9
is Van Helsing, Syndicates.
Number 9.
Number 9. Yeah, yes, you know. Basically, it's back to basically Liesl Van Helsing. She's from, I guess, in the past when I've been catching up on older issues. She was through time travel. She's stuck in the present now. She's the daughter of Abraham Van Helsing, and she's over the years she's been battling different ghouls and monsters. And she comes across this facility. She's trying to find her friend, she's trying to save because her friend's dying and searching for a way, but she wants to help her friend. So she's trying to look at her. She comes across this little kid in this little crate here, and a bunch of dead people. Pretty much like the kid is like a monster, and she's trying to protect her. There's these vampires that want to get her back for we don't know what, but it's the beginning of a new story arc. And yeah, it's like I said, I like the fact we're getting she tries out a new weapon here. She calls it the Bull. It's basically she explains how she's like, since I've been normally I just kill vampires, but since since these past few events, she said I've been like taking down demons, werewolves, all these different supernatural creatures. I made a giant cocktail that'll kill all of them. So and I like this. She's going with the kid. The explosion happens, and I love this. How he's like everything's out of focus as she comes to. Even the words are out of focus. Well, they're out of focus in here, but they're actually in focus on the page too. To the very bottom, you see. So I like the visual of that as far as that. It's pretty cool. This little girl is like a little freak, man. She's just ripping at the vampires who came to try to kidnap her. She's just ripping apart and goring them.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like I said, I like if I'm reading a Van Helsing book, it's got to be over the top. And of course, what does every bad guys do? A bunch of SWAT enemy guys coming in, but they're all vampires coming down from a helicopter. Like I said, this is over the top, crazy fun. Usually, when it comes to Van Helsing, these books are hit and miss, kind of like her aim. But honestly, I've just been having fun with it. Like I said, I just want, if you're gonna have a vampire hunter, Van Helsing, kill vampires. That's all I've wanted with this book, and this is what I'm getting. The last couple of issues have been kind of so-so, but it looks like we're probably gonna deal more with her and stuff with the syndicates. Yeah. What have we learned? That even vampires have their own blood-sucking syndicate, the corporates. So if you're a corporation, you're bloodsuckers. All right. But number 8 for this week is Lunar Lodge. First issue. I think it's 1 of 4. I'm not sure how many. I think it's ongoing or miniseries. But this says number 1. But this is by Tyler McCara, Morocco Cloak, Brian Valenza, and Frank Sedotovic. So the art you're seeing on here and the cover is the artist for the interior.
It's always fun when that happens.
So that's the way that it should be, by the way.
Yes, I concur.
And the funny part is when I see this guy, he's basically his wife's kind of like he thinks that she's stepping out on him. Because he keeps seeing her, she's like, "Where are you going?" It's like, "Oh, it's like going to this place." It's like another conference, And he's like, "What?" So he basically, so while he's home first, so let's call to confirm her stay at this lodge, the Lunar Lodge. But she says she's going to this other place somewhere else. So he ends up tracking her phone, and it's a very shady place. Jacksepticeye is her husband. I can't unsee it every time. It's like, okay, yeah. Geeky's like, who?
Oh, that is kind of okay. Yeah, that is a little, That's a little unnerving. The similarities.
Well, the face, everything.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but so basically, like I said, I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of new shady people coming in this place. He tried to get to the motel, but they said no they don't have any vacancies. He was like, well, how could there's a bunch of rooms right here? It's like basically, so he basically tries later on. He sneaks back in, stealing a badge, only to discover his wife and all the other people are locked in these cages here. He doesn't know why, but so they're kind of hinting that this might be a werewolf story, Lunar Lodge.
Lunar? Oh, yeah.
And then that once a month she goes to this place to be locked down so that she doesn't attack anybody.
Yeah, and also that other couple that they show is kind of really mysterious too. The long-haired girl and the
Yep. Yeah, they're the other ones. Because you see this girl in the very beginning. It opens with a lot of blood and guts. Like definitely if you're so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Man, I like werewolf stories.
Wow, Trusty, that sounds incredible. I really like
Right?
to have some of that.
You saw that, right? The bourbon.
Oh yeah.
Pecan pie. Man.
Oh, I love pecan pie, and I really enjoyed bourbon, and I can't.
Somebody was telling me about that just today. They were saying because I was talking about chocolate pecan pie, and there's like, "Have you ever had one with bourbon?" I was like, "No." Like,
Number 7 this week. So I had to go with this cover. I'm a sucker when it comes to For Stargirl.
Oh, nice! You got that's a cool one. I like that one.
That is a good cover.
That's part of the connecting covers, but I was like, I don't like any of the other people that are on the team, like their outfit stuff. They're always drawn weird. So I was like, but Stargirl is always drawn pretty good.
Yeah,
it's like they have respect for Jeff Johns because it's supposed to be his late sister's Courtney. So it's like they always draw Courtney looking better than everybody else. Because Yelena's not sorry, Yelena, but
Yolanda.
no, not Yolanda. Helena or Helena, we prefer. Huntress. Her costume looks so bland in this.
I kind of like her costume, and this is better than the I don't know. I kind of almost like it more than the Ed Benes, the other Huntress one.
So basically, because of prior knowledge, because Helena is from the future, where Grundy is on the Justice Society, she thought, well, okay, let's get together and let's try to help Grundy and try to recruit him. But Grundy doesn't give a shit.
And born on Monday, he doesn't care.
Yeah, well, it's isn't it?
They fight him on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday, yeah. And the little Salem bitch girl.
Is that her official title?
Salem the witch or whatever. She says like, well, she's like, because even Batman said like, this is stupid. Why are we even doing this? I'm thinking like, yeah, I agree with you, Batman. Why are you even there? You hate your daughter. You were gonna send her to New York. Why didn't you just leave?
Well, you must really hate somebody if you're going to send them to New York.
Well, maybe he just went along because. Well, never mind. I'll digress.
So anyway, because the other girl decides, well, fuck this. She casts a spell, the witch girl, and it basically destroys Grundy. Kills him.
But you know why it kills him? Because he dies on a Saturday.
Yes.
I thought that was pretty.
So
cool.
because of this, they decided, well, let's recruit the other person who's on the team, from the future, and it's Icicle Junior. Icicle Junior.
Icicle Junior.
Yeah, Icicle Junior. He's the second Icicle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Golden Age.
There's Golden Age Icicle who had a son who also got the ice powers.
Yep, he's also in the Star. Both these characters were both in Stargirl, the show.
And are they gay?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
I'm guessing
Mm.
you've never read original JSA stuff or even Golden Age.
No, not them. No.
It's just one of the many ice villains that DC Comics has.
And Icicle actually went against the Flash before Captain Cold.
Did he really?
I think it was Ice. Actually, no, sorry, the Flash. I mean, it's Jay Garrick Flash. They were like,
that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
So we got everybody here. They basically decided, like, hey, you helped us out this one time a year before, which they do reference actually here. It says,
JSA from the John's run. Yeah, from the earlier John's run.
So I like to give you like, hey, this time references. And the only thing that sucks about this whole entire book is that it's kind of mid. And also because Power Girl is wearing a stupid freaking jacket. Come on, John.
I'm very anti Power Girl jacket, by the way.
I'm kind of over the jacket discourse.
But
I don't hate it.
But they don't call her Paige in this, which I'm so glad.
There you go. Small victories.
But even then, it's like, so basically Icicle Jr. at this point, this guy, the way he acts here, he's like, it's like Maggie going up to Negan saying, well, we need your help. And he's like, oh, you need my help now, sweetheart. And then, we get. So far, we've seen a lot of bad previews. Nothing I want. Outsiders.
Oh, yeah, they got that new Outsiders book. I forgot about that.
And then, I love this because there's so many different characters that are popping here. Jean Loring. The Atom.
That was cool. That was actually pretty cool. As somebody who liked the Identity Crisis story, that was pretty cool.
And she keeps trying to talk. She's talking to the new Dr. Midnight and saying like, oh, so she's saying hello. It's like her husband's there, and she's like, your husband's not there. No.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's crazy. And says, oh, it's like just. But then we find out that someone else is possessed. It's Yolanda. But I love that angle though. We were talking about this last night, or not last night, but Monday night. Monday night with Ashley Comics about Big Game. You see all the different angle stuff, and I kind of like that. It's a dynamic angle with the rain and the light up there.
Oh, you're talking about Yolanda in the city?
Yep.
With the Eclipso? Yeah, that's actually my favorite.
As well.
But I'm talking about the angle, though. You see how the angle in here? How it's when
the angle is cool. Yeah, no, I like the angle. It's very dynamic.
Yes. And then we get Dr. Fate's tower and all that stuff. And then I love what the new Dr. Fate, because little bitch girl is upset because he doesn't know what to do with her. He's gonna just toss her into limbo. She wants the helmet, and he basically says, "Well, be gone, thought," and throws her in there. So that's kind of the issue. There really isn't much to it. As our friend Eric Breen, who's not with us right now,
you made it sound like he died. He's not with us anymore.
right now. I didn't say late, friend. But so he said they kind of just phoned it in. He said, I hope this isn't the whole thing. Johnson's going to phone it in until he's done. But I don't know, man. So barely Grundy's still alive, though. At least somewhere. But he needs to help. And then we get the most stupidest thing ever. Animal Man, whatever the guy is from the future. The Legion of Substitute Heroes.
The Legion of Substitute Heroes.
It's Superman with a freaking lion head.
Yeah, well, they're dumb. That's why they're the Legion of Substitute Heroes.
And
They
also
should-
that kind of throw back to the golden age and all that really stupid stuff.
I'm sorry. He should not be allowed to have a Superman suit. It's dumb. Anyway, so yeah, that's my number 7 for the week. Number 6. Let's find this. Never read any of the Kingdom Come. I still have no inclination or even desire to read it. But I like the fact that, sorry. I said what I said. R.I.P. Eric Breen. We are the Geeky. Did Grundy get his pants? No. He was denied. So I'm liking this though. That's you really don't need to read anything to do with Kingdom Come. Just you know that all the heroes are dead except for Batman and Superman apparently. But yeah, Thunder Boy or
Thunder Man. It's Thunder Man.
That sounds so gay. I'm Thunder Boy.
No, he was the boy Thunder.
Yes, I
originally.
know. I know.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they were
Thunder
they
Boy.
were-
Thunder Boy is a little.
I love Dan Morris. I love the scene, even though this is the Clark from a different from the Kingdom Come, and he's like, oh, Perry's like, yeah, you need to try out these sleep cycles. You just go in there, you can just relax, and because he hears a report of Superman fighting this kid, and he rushes to him, and like I said, I just love this whole entire issue. This issue's been pretty cool. It's only part 2 of the crossover, and then you get Superman versus Superman. Pretty much in this. Batman versus Batman. I love the fact that the other Batman from Kingdom Come has a new armor, and guess what? His Alfred's still alive.
So is this world's Alf. So is the main one technically.
I'm just saying. It just seems like there's a lot of Alfreds that are still alive.
Wait a minute.
But this Alfred in the regular World's Finest World is still alive because it's like a silver. It takes place in the Silver Age.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. But I mean, as far as current though, I mean, like this is the only book that actually has
But
Alfred, and it's not current though. It's a throwback.
Well, yeah. I mean, Kingdom Come isn't current. I mean,
I know, but I'm saying
30,
it just sucks
40-year-old.
that everywhere but the main continuity has an Alfred. I'm surprised they didn't bring in Leslie Tompkins and make her work in the Batcave instead.
Read Kingdom Come. No, I'm just kidding. She's not Alfred in Kingdom Come. I should have made you believe that. Look, yeah, listen, it's been in Alfred's boots ever since Kingdom Come.
Like I said, I love the art and all this. Dan Moore's art is just fun with this. And then, of course, you get the stupid event that no one's going to read.
Which one?
Beast World.
Yeah, I like Beast Boy.
It's all Tom Taylor, except for one Action Comics book.
I probably won't check that one out. As much as I like Beast Boy. Probably because I like Beast Boy.
The one thing that's great about this is that Nightwing still acts like an idiot, no matter what reality he's in.
He's not an idiot. He's just a good guy.
No, he's written by Tom Taylor, so therefore that automatically makes him.
Well, not in this, no.
In this, he's written by
but because Bruce didn't know if it was who it was because he's in the different universe if this is still Dick Grayson or not.
Yeah,
and and because he's like because Bradman's like, oh, that should hold him. It's like and Dick's like, I think you meant to say thanks, pal. You're the best fighter a crime fighter could have.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah,
he's still Dick. He's more lighthearted than Batman.
So I love how Batman's like, it's definitely Dick, and he's like, where do you get that? And he's like, well, I just I pick up things here and there. In his previous fight, just like I said, it's just leading to really crazy stuff.
Two
Weird,
grown men
wacky
arguing
stuff.
over Dick.
Yeah, just the dynamic art in here too.
Yeah, it does have some really good art.
Yeah,
Dan Mora is great at what he does.
He's not dummy thick. Get over
Who
it.
is Rhaegar? Nightwing?
I don't know about Rhaegar. I've never seen.
I'm trying to keep track of the comments and keep my potatoes from over.
Oh, because you're cooking. Yeah. So we learned out that Magog is basically, as I heard, a new herald, and that's Thunder Man.
No, that's Gog.
Oh,
The big one is Gog. Magog is the smaller one.
so Thunderman's supposed to be Magog.
Yeah.
But so my question is, what is it? This? I thought they're all dead.
Apparently not in this world. Or maybe it
Didn't
hasn't.
Then
I mean,
I thought they said in this universe that not all the heroes are dead or something, or this universe exists.
I think from how I remember it, it seemed like Gog brought them all back to life. If I mean that's if those are the ones that didn't die, or did die rather.
Yeah.
Hello to Imperial Goddess lurking on Twitch.
She's always lurking. Yeah. So anyway, if you like World's Finest and you've been liking the what's going on with storyline, it's another banger book, solid issue. I'd say check it out. Keep reading it. But I have 5 more books that I say that are even more compelling than that, and it gets tougher when it gets to the top 5.
5 more books. 5 more.
It ain't easy being the top 5. I can tell you that much.
Or green.
Or cheesy.
I'm everywhere and nowhere. And go check out her video she did stream yesterday. She was right here on YouTube. She was playing RoboCop.
Oh, she was playing on YouTube or on Twitch?
Well, she was streaming them both.
Nice.
So you can watch it on YouTube. Twitch,
Twitch doesn't let you go back and rewatch.
It does for Mondays, and then it deletes.
They do, yeah, they do. Because I know Skip and Tosh used to have some of his streams that would still be out there for replay.
But anyway, my number 5 this week. Zach, did you get this at all?
Yeah, I did. Of course I did.
Okay.
He's shamed.
That was that was a good read too. I really dug it.
Like you said, everything with this, with the Lex Luthor going through this, I really like this Lex.
This like kind of redemption, but you're still not sure.
You're not sure at all. He's kind of like skirting the line. You know, because
I like how they incorporated the Connor and the tactile telekinesis bit. That was kind of cool.
That's the one thing. It's they retcon from. Well, obviously, there's been so many retcons. Post Crisis, remember it was where Connor was created, in the 90s, and then we learned that his parents are basically are Clark, and Lex Luthor's DNA. But we learned that he got his TK powers is from this kid named Simon or Sammy Stryker. Who was basically the first metahuman that they created in this lab, and this kid went berserk and killed his dad, according to Lex Luthor, and Lex, the only way he could stop him was basically put him into these chains and bury him in a facility. He's like, why don't you arrest him? He's like, you can't control him. This is before they knew Superman. He even made his first appearance in Metropolis.
Right.
Luthor had hair. And Luthor said, well, because he asked him, how did he do him? Kryptonite. But so we get to see it. What's really cool about this is like Superman comes up with it's basically a Superman animated series. Remember how he did awesome different costumes? He's got this with the lead line suit with the Kryptonite gauntlets. I love this. This makes me feel like I'm back in the 90s again, being a kid watching the cartoon.
That was pretty cool.
And I just love this, man. It's not Dan Moore art, but it's still freaking fantastic.
I think I got the first issue or 2 of that book, and then I just stopped getting it. And should I go back and just get them all?
A good portion of it is Jamal Campbell art, which
I would say go pick up the hardcover. There's a trade right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The trade's
That's
really
what I
good.
need to start doing. I'm trying to cut down on my floppies and stuff.
Yeah,
man. I'm thinking about doing that too. But they'll have a shorter show.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was going great until we saw that. Look, it's I guess that's Static down there, or is that a woman with a bulge?
What are you talking about?
We can't
Static
see
is a woman now.
Oh, that advertisement. I
Static up all night. Every time I look at it, it looks like a woman.
So maybe they've been listening to too much Aerosmith lately.
Haha. Maybe.
All right. Number 4 for this week. I got the awesome cover, Zach.
Hold on. Get over to my phone. Oh, it's on the 8-second delay though. Go faster in the YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh, Mother Lover. I forgot to pick that one up today.
Mother Lover. That's a new one. Mother Lover. Wow.
That's the PG one. That's the PG version.
Everybody should love a mother.
Everyone should love their mother. Shame on you if you don't.
Or a mother. Be a mother
Speaking
lover.
of which, my mother is in town and she wanted me to come over for dinner tonight. And I said, I'm coming over after the stream. So
Oh, nice.
Cool.
got to drive about 1.5 miles, 2 miles to my sister's house and go hang with my parents and sister.
That's cool. Excited. Always make time for family.
Yes.
Always make time for family.
Then I blew him off to do this first. I said, yeah, I got to come after the stream.
I'm sorry.
Lorena Bobbitt and yourself. Oh, that's not good.
It's like I got more important things to do. I got to do a comic stream. I'll see you when I get done.
Right.
Man, I just love this. And like I said, the whole, like, they even get the whole trope moment here. It's like, I'm doing this for this, being a pothole, it's allowed me to do this. That's what basically what we're all thankful for in this issue. It's kind of funny. But I love how the little guy, he's always like a Calvin Hobbes, He's just always, he's like, Ink Slayer. He just makes fun of him the whole time because he hates the name. We get Robin Hood in one of the books. They need, apparently there's magic in this. He's like, they're like, no wonder the book won't sell. Magic in Sherwood Forest. So they need that because they're basically building a device in order to basically safely get people out. And then kind of like, everybody who's ever watched, the original Quantum Leap, whenever Sam would leap to a body, that person would leap into the future, and then with a holding center, and then they put him back in their spot when Sam would leap somewhere else. They kind of want to do that with this. They're building a device. They need to get this gun, and like this orb, and basically they can keep advancing the book without having anybody witnessing going on, because they don't have the little thing to stick that the Men in Black do, to wipe your memory. So they're trying to make improvements. Zach, this book actually got better. The series got better.
I know that it kind of took a little dip. You and Breen, I think, were
that was
not
that issue. Yeah, in the last issue it was kind of like, I don't really care, but yeah, I'm really liking this. I mean,
back.
Sean Gordon Murphy's, really doing this.
He's good. I like him. Most of the stuff I've read from him, I like. I haven't tried the new Zorro yet.
I love this. This girl, Vampire Pirate, she's like, hey boys, what's going on? Can you help me? I'm lost. And he's like, no, they're like the guy in the background. He's like, you idiot, they're robots. They're not going to respond to sex appeal. So, and I love it. Like the next sign is like, and they're like, hold it. It's like 92. It's like 92.3 probability of illegal sex worker begin arrest protocol. Attention, malicious street worker, get onto the ground with your hands behind your head.
Speaking of robot and stuff like that, I'm reading the slot run of the Incredibles of She-Hulk, and they've got a Agent Cheesecake, the decoy model. I thought that was actually kind of funny.
Well, I'm not sure about Zorro either, though, but I'm not gonna. As I said, if it shows up in my store, I might pop it open and look at it, or I might if it's online, like randomly gets leaked, I might look at it. But I'm not. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go pick it up. Right. I'm getting a Zorro book. It's not. I'm not really excited about Sean Gordon Murphy Jr. writing it. I want to go read the Dell ones.
Oh, is it Junior or is it? I thought it was Sean Gordon Murphy, the father, the senior.
No. Did I say Junior? I'm just saying I don't care who it is. I want to get the original.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Top 3, man. Top 3. Godzilla.
Nice.
Dude. This book is. I wasn't sure what to think of this, man.
I forgot about that. I need to go pick that up.
We're all forgetting issues this week.
Did you not get it, Zach?
No. I forgot plot holes. Geeky forgot Godzilla, Kong, Justice League.
Such a fun thing. This has nothing to do with what's going on in the stupid Gotham War, so everybody loves Batman.
I don't know about loves him. At least maybe he's respected a little bit more. Maybe
way respected more.
Just not disappointed at the moment.
So basically, we're gonna learn here that all that they're going through Godzilla. Everybody's gonna team up, but then they realize there's monsters in different parts of the world. There's a monster over in Themyscira, monster like all cities. So the Justice League has to divide themselves again. Dude,
is the monster in Themyscira a big giant clam?
No, it's a giant mammoth-looking thing. I've seen him before. He actually, I think they cameoed him in one of the movies.
Ghastly Orb is saying I like Godzilla and everybody in the comic books. Dude, I really never read a lot of Godzilla books. I read Godzilla There Be Monsters, which is through IDW. It's a fun series. It's kind of like a Pirates of the Caribbean meets Godzilla. Very fun story. Frank Thierry wrote it. It just ended about a month ago. And go check that out. I think it's
because I think I saw the last issue still on the shelf at my LCS. Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't sure to think about this, because this is the second issue. I'm like, it's Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. And I was just kind of like, okay, we'll see how this goes. The first issue was kind of nice setup. Second issue is just lit, man. I'm just loving it.
It's really good, yeah.
Oh, everyone involved. You get Superman going against Godzilla. He's like, "Oh, you want to talk to me?" And then Godzilla just basically tail whips him. I love it. Everybody's getting whacked by Godzilla. He's just swatting them away like they're nothing. Yeah. I won't spoil the end, but I mean, it's a fun book. Oh, also, if you're not sure about Aquaman coming out, it's on every freaking back of the DC book.
I noticed that. Every time I pulled one out of the bag. No, Aquaman release in theaters, I think is what he means to say.
Yeah. The new Christmas.
Well, we're talking about Aquaman, not Aqualad.
Yeah,
the other Aqualad.
Don't give him any ideas as for
you think they actually listen to this channel? Easy.
No, they'd say Aquaman coming out. They'd go, "Hey, that's a good idea."
Number 2 is Void Rivals. Man, Robert Kirkman I love this, man. If you love like Star Wars or any space opera, like whether it's Farscape or Firefly, this is a book to read. 2 people basically first strangers realize that they're actually the same, that their worlds who have been in war for all these years are the same race. And they're trying to basically just prove it and just try to, like, she's a mighty warrior. He's a great pilot. And she's trying to save her people because they're starving, they're oppressed. Where he's like, man, we don't have this shit on my side. It's like we're all happy. No,
he's from the 1%.
I know.
The rich.
But
my dad's a billionaire. What is poverty?
Yeah, so I just love all this stuff. Everything, and then everything's tying together with the Transformer universe. So if you like Transformers, G.I. Joe, it's all gonna be in the one shared universe over Robert Kirkman's over in Skybound. It's fun, man. But thank you for watching on Twitch, man. I know we try to stream it on both YouTube and Twitch. So if you miss something and it's not on Twitch, everything is all on YouTube. You can watch the backlog. Yeah, I wish Twitch would get better about that as far as holding on to stuff, allow you to you can save clips, but that's about it. But yeah, like I said, you get the classic, like the guy and the girl can't stand each other, but they're kind of like you don't know if they're gonna like be romantic partners again, or just be people you just like kind of become best friends, but they basically are forced to work together in order to survive and also expose the secrets that that the leaders know that they're the same people, but for whatever reason they're basically keeping them a secret. Meanwhile, all this other stuff's going on in the universe. But yeah, and then you get a sneak preview in the back here for guys doing some G.I. Joe stuff. You were getting a sneak preview for Cobra Commander.
Cobra! That's Joshua Williamson writing that one too. Isn't he doing Cobra Commander and Duke?
Yeah. Yep. Cobra Commander, and art was nothing to write home about. I mean, I do like the vehicles.
I like that scene where he does the Cobra symbol in blood of the guy he kills. That was kind of cool.
Spoiler, Zach.
You're showing pages off.
Now I will. Next page. He's like, I need your car. What?
It's a preview. It's not like a super.
I
doubt the guy he kills is important.
Like I was talking to our friend Jay earlier about this. It's like I read the preview. It's okay. He said I read. He's like, well, yeah, I liked it. And he's like, wait, I can't remember. It's been an hour. That's kind of how I feel.
Commander kills a guy.
Yeah,
That's how I
it.
want my Cobra Commander.
I wanted to have a polar bear with a Coca-Cola that's watching, like, oh shit.
You want the polar bear from Big Game, the little polar bear cub? It's like,
And
surprise, bitch!
And he's got a Dr. Pepper or Coke bottle. He's just like, oh shit.
It's like, you thought I was dead? You thought this being a Millerverse book would
All right.
stop me?
Number 1 of the week is Aquaman coming on Christmas.
Oh gosh.
But it's actually no, it's Jay Garrick the Flash
Coming out of Christmas.
This is probably one of the best books I've read in a while. This is Jeremy Adams, who just recently was on the Flash about a few months ago. So now he's working on Green Lantern. Man, Jay Garrick, the first Flash from the Golden Age, now has his daughter back. He's one of the Lost Children. If you haven't read Stargirl and the Lost Children, the little miniseries, go read that. Explains everything, how these sidekicks, some you've heard of and some you haven't, have been missing from continuity. And you haven't seen them, so Jeff Johns brought them back into the JSA. And Judy is basically the 15-year-old daughter that Jay forgot that he had. And now he's dealing with her basically, having a kid, and he's worrying about her. You get, like I said, you get to see these epic battles at the very beginning.
Robear.
Yeah, the giant Robo Bear that just comes out of nowhere.
I love Robear. That's such a cool idea.
But I love that everything. But not only that, you get to see Courtney hanging out with Judy, and they go into the mall. They get new clothes, everything. Jay is kind of like, he's very antsy. He really, really wants to go check up on her, and like Judy's just like, do you mind? But like I said, I love this. This reminds me of like a Jubilee thing, You see an X-Men, they're all at the mall shopping. You really don't see this much in comic books.
You really don't. Not as wholesomely done, anyway.
Can I get an opinion on Hellboy? I love the Mike Mignola art style. Any recommendations on other comics with almost the same art style?
Didn't Mike Mignola do a Batman book? Did he do Gotham?
Gotham.
That comes to Gotham. Was that?
Yeah, I think he did that.
That was a good one.
But I'm not really a big Hellboy fan, so I don't really know what else.
Yeah, neither am I, so I couldn't tell you.
That's a question for our boy Jimmy.
I would you can go into leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Go into there, and if you are a member, if you're not, you can sign up really easily for free. Just send with your email address, and then you're registered in. And then go to browse, and you browse a publisher. You can go to the Dark Horse comic books, and you can literally just look at all the different spinoffs. There's the BPRD. All if you like League Extraordinary Gentlemen. As far as art style, though, I'm not sure what else he did, or people are matching him or similar. But yeah, but like I said, very fun book. This is what I have that's my number 1. Zach, I will turn it over to you.
Oh shoot! Hold on. I gotta get you. Hang on. I'm coming. Elizabeth. Okay.
That is the ultimate irony, is that he actually died of a heart attack, and everyone thought that he was faking it.
Oh, did he actually? Oh,
yes, he was on stage, and he's acting like he was having a heart attack, and everyone was laughing because they thought he was,
Was this in the end of the show, or is it something else?
I think he was on stage, or he was in front of a bunch of people, and everyone.
Yeah, I think that was him in real life. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that I'm like, don't spoil the show. I haven't.
No, he actually died of a heart attack, and he did it in front of people, and everyone thought that he was doing his stick.
Yeah. He
wasn't.
He's just gonna start watching Sanford and Son.
No, I have been watching it. I have the DVD.
All right. Man, I'm still upset at myself. I can't believe I forgot about plot holes. Okay. These are, I guess they're kind of in order of least like to most like. Kinda. I liked all of them. I didn't pick there were no bad books in my polls this week. But saying that, starting off at the top of the pile, I have, this might just because it was the last book I read today. This is The World's Finest, issue number 21. Clash of Generations. I agree with RDV. It is cool to see Batman fight Batman or Superman fight Superman. I gotta be honest though, this is not as far as the story titles go, this is kind of my least favorite one so far. I don't know why. It just is. The Metamorpho one started out really slow, but then I ended up it turned a switch and cranked up. So maybe this will do the same thing.
The ending without the heroes, I want to see where that's going to go because we already saw him.
That's true.
Yeah,
that could be the turnaround moment. I'll have to wait till next issue to find out for sure. Next, one that you did not get, and I got with the Ryan Stegman.
the reason I did not get it because I knew you'd be getting it for me.
There you go. Yeah, it's in the mail.
Oh yeah.
Secret Wars Battle World #1. So what they did is very clever. It's very much like, remember Avengers, that War Across Time miniseries?
Yeah.
Where they've cleverly inserted it between two legitimate Avengers issues. They show you where in Secret Wars this story kicks in. Like, they show you in between. This happens between this panel and this panel on this page in this issue of Secret Wars. So Spider-Man gets abducted from Battle World, where everyone else is. This is right after he gets the black suit. He gets abducted. He gets put in like a separate area of Battle World, separate from everybody. And the voiceover, I will say, this one part, the jury is still out. Recently, it was revealed the Beyonder is not the only Beyonder. There's like a whole race of Beyonders.
The impression I sort of got was like the Q in the Q continuum.
Or like, remember like when the Watcher was the only Watcher, and then all of a sudden there's like a whole race of Watchers.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
Who watched the Watchers? Other Watchers.
They call the Beyonder the defective one. Because apparently the Beyonders aren't supposed to abuse their power like this. But anyway, what they do, they abduct Spider-Man and they separate him. And so he ends up by himself fighting these monsters. Then they get the Human Torch. So now Johnny is teamed up with Spider-Man. There's some of the usual back and forth bickering between the two of them. It reads a lot like a comic book from the 70s and 80s, which is cool. Like Spider-Man talking out loud. Yeah, there's a lot of the dialogue is very familiar. Like when Spider-Man's talking, it's very familiar sounding.
How's the narration?
The narration's not bad. It's not, I mean, most of it is just the other Beyonders talking.
Okay, so there's
no like narrator, like.
And I sort of like it that way, because if you go back to say like the old Golden Age stuff where it's just the narration is really clunky.
Yeah.
This had a chance of being that way, but with them doing the actually having them talking, it's better that way.
I also really appreciate the corner heads. It's one of my favorite things with old Marvel comics.
Floating heads.
Also, so the villains in this, so they bring back the Absorbing Man. Who I think at this point in the story had been like sent home or was like out of commission. And then they bring in a new villain, which I didn't think about this because Secret Wars takes place right after this. Hobgoblin. Because I think Hobgoblin is supposed to have died like right before Secret Wars, or at least that's what Spider-Man sees. So they bring Hobgoblin in, and there's the back and forth between Peter and him. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking up issue #2. I'll probably stick with the whole miniseries because it's Tom DeFalco writing, and the art is really good too.
Who's the artist?
The artist is some guy whose last name is Olaf or Olif. It's not like Avengers War Across Time, where the artist, like the art looked like a Golden Age book. Like I'll give you an example. Like here we go. This is
it's a modern writer.
Kind of, no. Tom DeFalco is the writer.
Well, I mean, it's a modern book.
He does kind of have it kind of has like a '90s vibe, maybe an early 2000s. But it's really fun.
I'm just glad it's not Mark Bagley. Mark Bagley's at everything.
I'm not a fan of Mark Bagley's Spider-Man. They show Peter Parker like he has his arm dislocated, so he has to like put it back in the spot, relocate it. But he's got the black suit on, so it's kind of badass. I'm trying to see. They do the wavy lines with the spider sense. So it's really cool. It's really fun. It's really well written. I really enjoyed it. It kind of has, like I said, that 90s look. Like Johnny's got like the.
But if you also actually look, he's got his arm up in a sling too.
Because he had just relocated it. So yeah, look at this. Like the lines, somebody's like spinning him around. Like that's kind of cool. So, but the artist, though, I think it's like Patrick Olaf or Olif. I'm not sure. They don't have it at the beginning. Oh no, they do. Pat Olaf is who it is. And see, look, here's where they say the story fits in. It won't zoom in close enough. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, Secret Wars is one of my favorite events. It's like the first big Marvel crossover event I remember reading when I got into comics. So I'll definitely be picking up issue number 2. Next up is Void Rivals. This is issue number 6. It was good. I enjoyed it. I am a little disappointed. It's not like it didn't feel like a finale to this first story arc. It just felt like another to be continued.
When is the next?
March. We gotta wait till March for issue number 7.
I'll forget all about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully Transformers goes all the way through.
There were some cool twists, though. I did appreciate some of the twists and turns that this issue took, though. Betrayals and alliances and things of that nature were really cool. I also liked the motorcycle scene, the scene with the 4-headed alien when Skuxoid is like, "Hey," you know that whole thing. It just looked like a goofy side story, and then it actually becomes like a serious plot point. That was interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely continue it. It just sucks that we gotta wait until March. It's like when Firepower went on hiatus for all that time.
Basically, it's going back into the void.
We got Justice Society of America, issue number 7. I saw Breen's critique. I didn't feel like Johns was phoning it in. If I did have a critique to say about this, I would say it feels like they're trying to cram too many story threads into one issue, because you had Huntress and what looks like one of her descendants running around in the modern day. You got them trying to recruit Solomon Grundy. You got whatever's going on with Yolanda Wildcat. You just have all these different story threads. There was no Ladybug in this. Remember the Ladybug story arc from the story thread from the last issue? Not in this. So that would be my one critique, if I had one, is that there's too many story threads going on here. But other than that, I enjoyed it. The art is good. I like the characters, like the way most of them are represented. I don't like Batman in my JSA. Get him out of there. He's not in the JSA. But other than that, I had fun with it. In the top 3 now, number 3 is The Flash, Jay Garrick, Rumble with Robert. This was fun. I especially like the beginning where it takes place in the 30s. The JSA is like 40s. Fighting. Oh, the 40s? Is it the 40s? Yeah. Where Adam is like, "Why are these bad guys here?" And Alan Scott's like, "Intelligence says this place was deserted." And Hawkman's like, "Why do we call it Intelligence?" It's fun. This is a good, fun read. There's the family relationship, the father, daughter, mother thing with the Garricks, but then just all the other characters, the way Courtney's written, the old JSA members, this is all written.
The way Jay is written too, I love the fact that he's sitting there, he's tapping his foot real fast because he wants to go.
He's right. You see, here's the thing, and this is what I say about him on Green Lantern. He knows how to write different characters differently. Jay is not just like an old man Wally. Wally doesn't get necessarily super nervous about Irie going out and playing with Buddy Baker's daughter. So the way he can distinguish and write different characters, I'm a really big fan of that. Not a lot of people are shown to have that skill. Usually some of these modern day writers, they just write whatever character they're writing as a superhero version of themselves. Like Tom King will write Mr. Miracle as Tom King, and then he'll write Adam Strange as Tom King. It's monotonous and boring. But Jeremy Adams did really good with this. Number 2 is Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Fantastic. Definitely picks up the stakes from issue number 1. Like I was saying, they do seem to be taking a page from those Silver Age Justice League books where they split off into teams. I'm a big fan of that. I also like the Green Arrow stuff that we got in this issue. Green Arrow is always good for a laugh. The Superman, Hawkgirl, and Shazam against Godzilla was fun to watch. My one nitpick. I have a nitpick.
It's probably my favorite part, too.
It's a nitpick. No. You're going to tell me that the Bat family, who are all just normal human beings, take on this giant bat monster. Of course, Gotham would get the bat monster, too.
Well,
and
they had help.
With a 400-foot wingspan. Now, I understand they had help. They had Cyborg and Black Canary. I understand that. But up until that point, you're telling me Batman's big plan was to circle this thing with 2 bat planes. Now, granted, he had most of the Bat family, like Nightwing and Batgirl. He had them on the ground evacuating civilians. Yes. That's plausible. But, it just kind of took me out of it I was like, these guys are all just normal Joes with, they're extra in shape. But then, like you said, Black Canary, Cyborg showing up.
Your reaction is kind of like Green Lantern. Like, you're just a guy in a suit?
See, that's one of the things that I'm really beginning to get annoyed by with Batman these days is because, he's doing all this world-ending stuff. It's like, dude, that he's supposed to be street level.
Now, like I said, Black Canary and Cyborg come in at the end, and the way they beat the monster, I'm cool with it. It's because Batman's brain is a large part of how they take down the monster. And then there is the really cool shot when they take the monster down. Vinkman, the one is cool guys walking away from explosions, but with Batman, that was pretty sweet. I like that shot. But yeah, the Superman Godzilla fight was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed that. I feel like with each issue, it's going to be like focused on a different monster and a different city. So this was the Batman one. Then probably
next issue is going to be Green Lantern and Themyscira.
No, Green Lantern and Flash went to Central City. Wonder Woman and Cassie Wonder Girl, not Yara Flor Wonder Girl, Cassie Wonder Girl, because they name dropped Cassie. So that's exciting. I like that. Cassie's my personal favorite.
I've got to stop by there on the way to my parents' house, sister's house, to get that.
It's fun. I think you'll enjoy it.
Phone ahead. Sorry, I'm at the comic book store.
I'll be there. Why does he sound like Batman?
They're already going to know that I blew him off for this. What's another 10 minutes to wait?
All right, this is my number one book this week. This is my number one, dude. Every time I read Josh Williams' Superman, it's always a blast. I had a ton of fun reading this. It was so
crazy because you like Godzilla and Kong.
I do. I do love Godzilla and Kong, but this one was I liked it just a little bit more. It's Superman. The way that Josh Williamson is writing Superman in this it's awesome. I like what he's doing. The fact that he apologized to Lex Luthor, who's tried to kill him a million times, because the one time Lex needed his help, he wasn't there. And I was like, that's kind of Clark. Clark would have that Canadian type of attitude.
Canadian.
But, yeah. I'm sorry.
He is Brandon Ruth.
He kind of is Brandon Ruth. No, this was great. The way how he and Connor team up and outsmart and beat what do they call him? The Chained? Sammy Stryker. I'm just gonna call him Sammy.
Sammy Stryker, yeah.
Yeah.
His dad is William Stryker.
His dad. No, it wasn't William, wasn't it?
And now I'm just making fun of X-Men 2.
Yeah, because X-Men has Stryker.
Don't you remember X-Men 2?
That's
X-Men
the guy
2?
from God Loves a Man.
Exactly. Yeah, he's the leader of the Purifiers in the comics. Yeah.
But you remember the plot of the movie X-Men 2? His son was immune, so he kept him locked away.
Oh. Well, that's just a whole new level that just got added to this book. I didn't even put that together. No, this was really cool, though. I like the way Superman and Connor use their powers to defeat him. I like this. I'm with you. I like this new Lex Luthor.
He's in shape.
I'm still get off that soapbox, man. It's okay. Fat Lex can't hurt you, Vinkman. It's okay. Fat Lex cannot. Touch you.
If he sits on me, he can.
But even the stuff with Lex's daughter is interesting to me. Like I'm looking for. I also like. Did they ever make it not canon that Connor was like half Superman and half Lex? Was that ever retconned?
That was 52, I think it was that.
Well, they did away with that. They're back to normal here because they bring up how Connor is half Lex, half Superman.
Because I remember he was made in Cadmus in the 52, but I can't remember what DNA he got.
Yeah, because I remember that was the big point of the Jeff Johns run of Teen Titans. But Superman was awesome, and him fighting with kryptonite gloves, I thought was really cool.
That costume is, like you said, that's basically what the action figures you had for the Superman animated series back in the 90s.
The Lego games had that too, where different usually it was Batman, but I think
that's where it started though, was that Superman animated series. He had different suits. He had the space suit. Yeah. Then they had the lead suit when you're doing the kryptonite. Yeah. So that was awesome.
Yeah, so Superman, this is number 8. That was just a fun read. But I mean, all the DC books this week were really good. If they had a new Green Lantern, it would have been a perfect sweep of DC books, because these are all the good titles that they have right now. Okay. I did get one other book. I showed Vinkman this last night. It came in the mail the other day, so I'm going to show it off here. Breen, if he's watching, he won't be happy with what I have to say. But I got the first omnibus of the greatest run of Fantastic Four ever written. by Mr. Jonathan Hickman, with art by Dale Eaglesham, Steve Epting. Nick Dragata has a story in here. This is a fantastic, pun intended, run of the Fantastic Four. Get that off the screen.
Oh yes. You are not cool. You are not cool.
Have you read this? This is a dynamite run. This is an awesome run.
My problem with it is you're saying it's the best run.
And it is all right.
It's the best run by Hickman.
It's my favorite run, and it might be the best Hickman run. It's better than his Avengers. I would say it's better than Secret Warriors. I haven't read House of X Powers.
Better than his X-Men.
Well, yeah, I was about to say I haven't read his X-Men, so I can't put it up against that. But yeah,
you're saying that this is better than the Byrne run.
I like it better than the Byrne run.
I still like the original Stan Lee.
And I like the Byrne run a lot because the Byrne run was where She-Hulk was on the team.
Stan Kirby run is the best. Always be the best.
Stan Kirby run is the first. It can't be the best if it's the first.
Well, the first always is the best.
There's an example out there somewhere that proves you're wrong.
Where you find a sequel is better than the first movie?
That happens. X2 was better than X-Men. Spider-Man 2 was better than Spider-Man.
And Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better than the. I'm kidding.
No, not so much there. Empire is better than A New Hope. Empire Strikes Back is miles better than A New Hope.
Con better than Motionless.
That's true. Anyway, this is only the first omnibus. There's a second one out there that I'm gonna have to track down. This is a phenomenal story. If you haven't read Fantastic Four, pick this up. It is amazing. It's good reading. It's lengthy, and Jonathan Hickman does do a lot of sci-fi. Like there's a lot of sci-fi in this, a lot of like complicated, drawn out sci-fi, but it works really, really well.
It's the most active I've ever seen Celeste in here. Usually she lurks and then she just leaves.
Hey, you guys, Rhaegar did a good question. Zach, he wanted you to explain who Hobgoblin is. I could do it if you wanted to.
Oh, go for it. I'm not super well versed in Hobgoblin, so.
Oh, isn't he? He was. I think he was.
He wasn't in Osborn. I know that much.
Someone took over being the Green Goblin, and then he actually got taken over by a demon and became Hobgoblin or something like that.
No, that's Demo Goblin.
Huh?
The Demo Goblin was someone else.
There's a third Goblin.
Yes,
that was during the Clone Saga.
I was reading the Hobgoblin at the time, so it was someone was really liked the way that the Green Goblin did it, and then he wasn't around anymore, so he became the Hobgoblin and took over. Then he got corrupted, and I think they changed it in the movie to make it
And in the movie Hobgoblin in Spider-Man 3, Hobgoblin was Harry Osborn.
Yeah,
he was just like
Harry
a second
Osborn
Green
took
Goblin.
over being the Green Goblin in the comics.
In the Sam Raimi he was not Hobgoblin.
No, he was like Green Goblin Jr. or something.
Junior, yeah.
But I knew some people called him Hobgoblin.
No. In the actual comic books, Hobgoblin was a totally different person. He basically discovered one of Green Goblin's old formulas and costume equipment and decided to make a career. And he corrected the formula. I'm gonna be better than him. And then like the whole plot, the whole thing was like, who's the Hobgoblin? Is it Ned Leeds? Then you find out it's not Ned Leeds.
Well, Ned Leeds wasn't Hobgoblin Roger something?
Kingsley.
Like Kingsley.
Or no, Roger, not Kingsley. I'm thinking of sales.
Roger Ebert. Yeah, Roger Ebert.
No, it's
Roger Rabbit.
No, I thought it was like Jason McAdale.
I don't know. There have been multiple. I know there have been at least two Hobgoblins. At least two, maybe three. I'm not an expert on the character.
Well, it turned out to be twin brothers.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Because there's one of them was killed, and then all of a sudden he found out there's another one still alive. He's like, what the hell? How did he survive? They found out it's his twin brother wanted revenge. Roderick Kingsley.
Roderick. That was the name. Roderick.
Yes. They also, it was created by John Romita Sr. and Roger Stern.
Ah, nice. All right.
Every time I hear Roger Stern, I keep thinking, Captain Stern. The heavy metal movie.
Let's get me off the screen so that Geeky can talk about his books.
Yep. And I am still annoyed that I missed the whole Godzilla thing. I'm gonna have to my LCS is about like 2 blocks from my house, so I can just swing over there and make a little side trip before I go visit my parents. But I've got a few books this week.
Whew.
Just
Here.
not that. I have that effect on people. I get them all hot and bothered. More bothered than hot, but let's not get into that right now.
Probably a good idea.
You came up with Ebola.
But least is this was Batman Off-World. Now I did this just to see how bad it was going to be, and I wasn't let down. It was bad because it's him going off-world and doing stuff and that he shouldn't be doing because he's
We drill into Zach. You should not read Ryan North. You should know. We do not read Jason Aaron.
Jason Aaron is far worse than Ryan North. I just want to throw that out there. You give me crap for Ryan. Jason Aaron has done far worse than Ryan North.
He's done far, far worse things.
Yeah.
And then next is Green Lantern War Journal.
Wow.
It's not bad.
Were those more robot bears? I thought I saw robot bears on that cover.
No.
Oh, okay. My eyes just...
It doesn't look like there's bears on there.
There is one bear on the top there.
It looks like a bear, or was it a wolf?
Yes, there's a bear, but
okay.
A robot bear.
Okay.
Yeah. Then next is World's Finest. I did like this cover. Okay, then I had to. These ones are just because I forgot to pick up these issues. I read the first one and then didn't get the rest of them. The Immortal Thor, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, how's that been? That's the Al Ewing one, right?
Yeah. And I was really impressed with the first one.
Really? Okay.
He's kind of doing with Thor what he was doing with Hulk.
Okay.
So there's these gods that were supposedly came before them. So he's dealing with like the pre-Thunder God, who could like kick his ass, without, and so now Thor has his power and he's got the Odin, power. And I guess if he uses it too quickly, he has to go to sleep or something like that.
Odin sleep. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so now, yes. And then he has to, but Loki is now in his I'm going to be a girl phase like he did, I guess, a few years ago or whatever.
Oh, he's back being female Loki again?
Yeah. And, I didn't know about this before, so I'm like, oh, they're changing him to a girl. And people are like, no, he's done that before. So it's just.
He has. He did do that back during
Siege.
Dark Reign and Siege, yeah.
So it's not like, but he had to get a few people together. And that's the very end of number 4. I was just like, dude, really? So there's like the Thor Corps now or something like that, which I was like, oh god,
that's been around too. The Thor Corps has actually been around as also.
Really?
Yeah, there was a trade. I think I have it somewhere. It's like Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and Thunderstrike.
This is Thor, Beta Ray Bill, Storm.
Storm did have Mjolnir in something. I think it was a what if.
She had it in this one briefly.
Okay.
But one thing, what he did with this one is she couldn't keep it very long, because according to this, the only people who weren't the Thunder God, like Thor, could only keep it for a few seconds, and they had to keep switching it off. But Thor was the only one who could keep it.
He's not worthy of holding his hammer.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. Darn it! I wish I would have thought that of that joke. Damn it! Damn it! Okay,
she can only hold it for a minute, and then she gets tired.
They're like, oh, use 2 hands. She's like, I am. It's just so heavy.
Is it
okay?
Is it true what they say about you? Oh, it's true. It's true.
I got that reference.
Lady, that's my arm. That was
the line. Yeah, that was the deleted line or something. Yeah.
But okay. Next is back to school.
You stuck with it.
Huh?
They said you stuck with it. I think you liked the first issue.
Oh, I didn't remember the first issue all that well, and that's why I got it. This is in my box. This is the only cover they had because they were missing certain books.
That's at my shop too. And I was like,
That's why I don't have. That's why I don't have the Hulk this week because they missed that one was like number 5 or something like that. They didn't even have the Hulk, and this is the only version of this. I would have gotten another cover if I had.
Where is the Hulk? When is the Hulk?
He's just trying to make us to see if he'd like us when we're angry or not. Then this is what? This is number 5. Holy Roller. The Holy Roller.
Oh yeah, in the Andy Samberg book.
Yes,
I didn't see that one in my shop. I was curious about that.
Is this as in Andy Samberg? As in
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
Saturday Night Live. That guy. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Hot
That's
Rod.
what I thought.
Hot Rod. Yeah, that too.
I was thinking somebody had seen that Ben Stiller movie with Rage Man.
You talk the Fury.
Yes, the Fury. And
You're talking about the whole thing with the Mystery Man movie.
yeah, Mystery Man. That's
Mystery Man. Yeah.
Because they had the girl who's the bowler, and I was thinking, okay, this wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of good. It's a thick book.
Who's the main writer?
Huh?
I think Andy Samberg is the main writer, isn't he?
No. He's give him credit though. But it's there's the guy on the left. See the name on the left would be whoever the writer is.
Andy Samberg, Rick Remender, Joe
Remender.
Roman, Roland.
Yeah, because they have a band singer, like a lead singer of a band is involved too. I think it's either Fall Out Boy or My Chemical Romance.
It's a guy from Fall Out Boy, I believe.
Okay.
But it's not there's the guy the father in this book is I want to say Emil Hirsch. I don't know if that's the right name. Independence Day, the father in Independence Day, the guy from Taxi.
The father. Oh, Jeff Goldblum's dad.
Yes.
Okay.
Him. This guy looks like the father, and this one looks like him.
Oh, interesting.
And then there's a scene at the beginning that's in a bowling alley, and it looks like John Goodman from
Kingpin?
From the bowling movie.
Kingpin.
No.
Or that one scene from the Flintstones.
It's the dude.
The
Big
Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski. John Goodman from the Big Lebowski. They had a guy that looks like him in there. The first part of it takes place in the 80s with this. It's a guy who he's bowling and he's trying to win a tournament. And he's got this like 7-10 split that he's supposed to hit, and if he hits it, he wins. And then his son is in the other part of the bowling alley, talking with his friends about in the arcade. So this takes place in the 80s and stuff, and so all these kids are picking on him because calling him pizza face and just being real horrible to him. And then it moves to present day, and dude is on this like green, like 20 years later, he's on this Greenpeace boat, and you just show that he's kind of a slacker and all this stuff, and you find out that his dad is dying, so he goes back, and this kind of really lays heavily into at this point that both of them are Jewish, and a lot of stuff that was being said to him back then was retroactively we find out was anti-Semitic, and now as this day they're like stupid Jews and stuff like that. So it's a little heavy on that, but it's still a really good book, and you find out how this is kind of an origin story for how this guy becomes like the bowling superhero.
He's standing up to Jewish hate by throwing bowling balls at him.
Yes. Which is original.
I kind of dig it.
Yeah, I mean it's there was a couple of points where you just got the message got a little heavy-handed, and you're like, okay, we get it. But I really did enjoy the book.
I wonder if that's just because of how much it's like featured in the news these days too.
Yeah, this had to have been written before this stuff started.
I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And because there's no way they could get something of this quality done and out in this amount of time. It's only been a month since this stuff started. So this had to have been done beforehand.
Yeah.
So but it's a good book. I'm not chastising or anything. It's a good book. There's just a couple points where you're like, okay, can you take it off at 11 for a second. These couple points here,
Okay.
but again, number 4, Battle World,
Nice.
and it does have the floating heads. Gotta love floating head.
Gotta.
Floating has to be in the front, not in the box. Don't count.
Hey, if you can get floating head in the box,
What's in the box?
what's in the box? Floating head. Why? Why do you ask? And then it does have the really good art and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the artist.
Now, when we're talking about floating head and asking the phrase "what's in the box," that adds a whole new meaning to the word "what's in the box." But we won't get into that right now. But number 3, Lunar Lodge.
We did get it.
Very good book.
Yeah.
And I like this. Yeah, just this guy's wife has to be a werewolf, and that other couple have to be some hunters. But I like how they're just taking the time setting it up.
Or are they werewolves themselves?
Like an opposing squad or something, opposing pack or something.
Like they embrace being the wolf.
Could be. You never know. But
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll find out. Number 2. I'm recommending this.
Yeah.
You really have to get this because it's a good book. Number 2, I'm in the middle. These are the last 2. I didn't have time to get rid of them, read them because my shop opened at noon today, so I had to get back and try and do all the reading and didn't quite get it all done in time. But this, I started with this Mortal's Hair number 1. This looks really good. Don't know anything about it, so I can't describe it. But if it's anything like the Lunar Lodge, it's going to be good. But I can't say yes or no. And my number 1 this week, haven't read, but the first 2 were awesome. Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer.
Nice.
Now, when I looked, I saw that first one. I was sitting there going, "You got to be shitting me! Seriously, this is got to be horrible." And I went and I picked it up. I picked it up just so I was like, "Oh, this is gonna suck," and I was pleasantly surprised. It was a great book, and it was so cool, really funny. And the second one was just as good, and so I cannot wait to read this one. Gonna have to get to that a little later.
I just feel like her being like basically the character from in the Pulp Fiction, Samuel Jackson's character. I'll go to the Underground Railroad, bitch.
Then they do have. I don't know if you guys, your shops had anything for a local comic book day. I guess today is local comic book day.
I didn't know that.
Or maybe our people are just making shit up. Don't know. But
Our locals.
Well, no, but actually, because this thing does say local comic shop.
Oh,
it might be. It's just that not every store participates.
I've got that one though. I think I've got that one somewhere. Friday.
This one, yeah. I just got the couple of the trades. I need to get the third one, but this is from 2021 because you can see they wrote on here 2021.
Yeah, it's a couple years old.
Yeah, but I had to get that. I'm not opening any of these, and
yeah, my shop's got if you spend $150 in trades, you get $20. You get $10 off.
Dracula #1. This is a special of the same new comic book day book. They had supposed to have #2, but that didn't show up. And I think the third issue was supposed to be coming out, and that didn't show up because
I think they only had a second issue today.
Yeah, but the new third issue was supposed to be coming out, and that didn't show up. The new one didn't. And then I'm not going to open that one. And then here's one that I'm kind of ashamed of getting.
Is it My Little Brony?
No, I think I'd be less embarrassed about this one.
Is it Ryan North at SC4?
Don't
No,
be embarrassed by that.
It's something that I have. Maybe because maybe I can restart it at some point.
It's Harley Quinn.
No, I'd be less embarrassed about that.
Just show us.
Spider Boy #1
Oof, oof.
variant. The new comic
I'm
book
sorry. We got to get you off the channel now. You're gone.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
That's
you
not a
guys,
bad looking cover though.
No, it's not. You guys thought that I was.
It was until you show the rest of it, and you show. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, you thought I was engaging in hyperbole, but I wasn't. This was. I was thinking I was risking getting kicked off the channel, and the jury's still out on this, as far as I know. But
I want to know as far as who's gonna buy that off of you.
I have to wait a little bit longer until I'm right about the time that I die, and I have a few years left.
The part where no one remembers who Dan Slott or any of these guys are.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, this is a great. I'll put this book up, and they're like, damn it, he got me for $5.
I paid $6. Wow. Okay. Take your shots. I'm not going to even defend myself.
It's not that bad.
I deserve it, man.
It's not that bad. Look, it could be Captain Marvel.
Hey, that's what I was trying to tell her last night, and that didn't work either.
Captain Marvel's better than Dan Slott. Anything? Sorry.
No, I mean just that it's not that bad. She didn't believe me then either, but you merely adapt to the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. Yeah, but that's everything.
Cool.
From this week, and
all right.
The only two I have left is those two.
All right.
But
that's it for the week, man. Hope you guys had fun. We definitely had fun going on Wednesday. Crazy because
a lot less than 2 hours. But
yeah, sure I had to.
But it is the holiday, so we have to get out. I gotta get to my parents' house and then my sister's.
Yeah, as I said, I had fun with this. It was crazy going on a Wednesday. I've always wanted to go on Wednesdays and do the other show on Mondays, but that's just the way it goes with Zach's schedule. I blame Zach.
I'm sorry. I have a life.
You don't have a wife.
I have a life. I said life. Oh. I will have one of those again one day.
Yeah, and you're gonna marry that girl you're seeing, and then she's gonna do what the other one did and divorce you and take you for whatever money you have.
No.
Dang, man.
No, he's gonna marry her.
No, because the new one likes anime.
Yeah, he's gonna marry the new one, and he's gonna be forced reading Kelly Sue the comic books with her.
No, I'm going to.
Wow.
No, I'm going to be directing her away from Kelly Sue the comic books.
End it now, man. I thought my life sucked. Oh.
All right. Yeah, I had fun doing this on a Wednesday. It's cool to actually use the hashtag, New Comic Book Day. Anyway,
New Comic Book Day.
Yeah, hope you guys had fun. If you haven't done so, please click like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. If you can, go to ko-fi.com/Puppet drop $1 in the till. The money goes paying for the StreamYard, which is the monthly expense, and also paying for the comic books that we use, basically to read on here. Marvel and DC app, we use that. So, plus Comixology. So, if you can donate, it's cool. For those who donate at least $1 at Ko-fi, you just let us know with your donation what book you want us to read, because you get to choose the next reading. This can't be anything newer than 2009. And I'm very loose as far as what it is modern books.
Power Girl is king size. It can't be king size either. I don't have just 3 hours I can block out.
100 page.
Get the old
yeah.
Get the Kelly Sue McConaughey omnibus, which would be about 10 pages long.
All right. I'll see you guys later. We'll look for tomorrow. I'll be uploading our reading, our special Thanksgiving reading. So look for that tomorrow night. And see you then. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy.